Hello everybody and welcome back to another Matty Boy Gaming video. Today is going to be a story time about how my friend got almost into a fight and how we got the cops called on us. Yeah. Not a fun time. So we're just gonna jump right in. Before we do, make sure to please subscribe as it helps me out a ton and I really appreciate it. So without further ado, we are going to get into this video. So let's call my friend Zach, just because I don't want to leak his name or anything without his permission. So we were just like five something at night. And it's like dark already. It's fall or December, and we're just riding bikes and stuff. And for some reason, he just decides to start flipping off these teenagers. They're both 11. After it all happened, I asked them how old they were. They seemed like pretty cool dudes. But anyways, he just starts doing that for no reason. And then they're like, what did we do and stuff? And then he's just like, nothing. And so like, why? And they start roasting each other. You know, they're cussing at each other, they're flipping each other off for no reason. And then one of the kids decides to run to my friend Zach. Now Zach is the type of guy to instigate a fight, to do something, and then to run away, and then to regret it instantly after. So he does that, and then this kid just full on runs at him. So he freaking pedals on his scooter so fast, he like gets out of there, and he's like gone. And these kids are just still chasing him, just walking, just following him. And then I have another friend with me, and we'll just call him Brian. Now Brian, he snitches a lot, so he decides to go. After they're still chasing each other for like 10 minutes, and then my friend starts like getting like teary up, like, I don't want to do this anymore, like, can we just go our separate ways, blah blah blah. And the two dudes are just not listening, they just keep following him. And then Brian leads them to his house, and they tell his dad, and his dad calls him on his watch, and he says, get your home right now. And he says why, and his dad says, you know why. So, yeah, and then he was grounded for, like, God, I don't know, like, oh, man, like almost a month, I think, because his dad didn't know that he, like, swore and stuff, because he's supposed to be a good boy, daddy's boy, something like that. And so he's grounded for a long time. And just a couple days ago, he got ungrounded, came to my house, and came to my house today. And we decide to go to his house, play Fortnite for a little bit. So we're playing Fortnite, just having a good old time. So I want to go ride bikes and stuff. I was like, okay. So we do that. We're going to ride bikes, right? So we go down to... There's a little, like, highway, right next to, like, a thing or something like that. Like I don't know, there's ice down there, and he went down there and just chopped up ice that was on the ground and just battered it with a rock, put it into a snowball, and threw it under some cars that were driving by. It's like, bro, what are you doing? Do you want to get the cops called on us? And he says, no. I'm like, then what are you doing? He's like, I don't know, just having fun. I'm like, that's not fun. That's like, you want to like get like, bro, what are you doing? And then he's just like, and he just keeps doing it. Just ignores me. And then so I was like, fine, whatever. I'm trying to aim at the cars. He's trying to aim under them, and he hits a few. And I throw a few, like one or two. This happened like 5 hours ago. And then like half of the cars start turning, and they weren't like they brake really hard and turn, but they don't come after us. So then we decide to leave because he sees a cop car. Imagine our surprise imagine his surprise when that cop, he goes down the street, and we decided, all right, we gotta go. We go. The cop turns back around, follows us, and pulls up to us, says, "Hey, I need to talk to you guys." We're just like, man. It was all his idea, like too. I didn't really think of it. He just started, and the cop, he pulled up next to us. He asked, he's like, "So we got some reports of you guys throwing stones at cars or rocks." I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. No, we were not throwing rocks. They were little ice balls, ice snowballs or something like that. And he's just like, okay, we were throwing that at cars, and people thought that you were throwing stones at the cars. And then he asked my friend first, Zach, what's his date of birth? How old is he? What's his first and last name? And he asks for his dad's or mom's number. And imagine his surprise when imagine his surprise when he tells him, the cop, his number. The cop calls, and his dad tells him to get his little butt home. And so he picks up his bike, and he just goes zooming off to his house. Like, bro is never to be. I didn't know what happened to him. So I'm just like, why did I have to do this? Why? I'm not even barely involved. And then I don't tell the cop that. I'm just thinking that in my head. And they ask me for my first, last name, how old I was, date of birth, and yeah, just stuff that a cop, has to ask. And then I tell him that. He's like, what's your mom's or dad's phone number? I was like, I don't know my mom's phone number, but my sister, she got left at the library by my stepmom, and that's not true. She told my stepmom that she was going with a friend, and her friend never showed up. So yeah. And yeah, so he's just like, and I have to tell him, the cop, my sister's first and last name, and he runs her up on the computer and finds out, on the cop computer, finds out her name, or her phone number, tells me, "Hey, I'm with Maddie Bechtel. I'm with your son, and he was doing some stuff, blah blah blah, down the highway." And I'm just like, gosh dang it, my dad is gonna be so mad at me, because this is the first time I've ever dealt with a police situation like that. Dealt with the police, I guess. And then, yeah, so I go home, and my dad's not even mad. He just asks what happened, what's the story, and blah, blah, blah. I was pretty much in the okay, except that was my first, warning from the cop. And I want to try and become a police officer when I'm older, so I asked him, will this affect me when I try and become a cop? And he said, no, it shouldn't. Or he just nodded and said no. I was like, okay. But if I do something like that again, I get the cops called, yeah, I won't be able to become a cop anymore. So yeah, that is pretty annoying. And then, if only I had just not thrown any, he would have taken the blame, and I wouldn't. But yep, I had to do. And he's the type of guy who gets you in trouble, or get you associated with stuff that you don't want to be in. He's the type of guy that will always do that. No, yeah. So that was pretty intense. Hope you guys liked the story time. If you did, then please like, subscribe, and share it with your friends, your family, your dog, your cat, your sister, your brother, whatever you have to share it with. as it helps me out a ton. And I'll see you guys in the next video.